Welcome to JMOS. I've been absent for the past 3 weeks, but I've come back better than ever to give you an album review with a band called Fires in the Distance and the album Air Not Meant For Us. Overall, this was a very good album by Fires in the Distance. Now, the previous album, which was Echoes from Deep November, which was released in 2020 during the pandemic. There is a different change of sound for Fires in the Distance. They really utilize the strong keyboards on this, the orchestral symphonic elements that build throughout this album. If you like bands such as Draconian, Insomnium, you're gonna really enjoy this band. It's a very finely calibrated album with just so many elements of surprises. There's some great crushing riffs on this, great percussion, and the production on this overall is fantastic. This album has been played so many times by me, and I feel like I'm never going to get sick of it because I absolutely love the melodies on this, song structure, and just how simple but yet energetic and aggressive this album is. The vocals are very good. They utilize those harsh and aggressive vocals that really will captivate the listener. Like, the main focus on this album are the vocals. The vocals are absolutely fantastic. You get some great lead guitar as well, with some really crushing guitar riffs. A very good album from start to finish. The tone of the snare sounds very crisp. At times the reduction is just phenomenal on this, with the beautiful arrangement of the choir, beautiful arrangement of the orchestral element that make things very epic and majestic in tone. This album runs about 50 minutes with 6 songs, and I've played this album countless times and I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite albums of the year so far. And JMOS thinks that this is easily going to get into the top 5 albums of this year. This was released on April 28th, 2023. It is a fairly new album, and I feel like April wasn't the best month for metal. So there are 6 tracks and we are going through each of them. Humbingers is first. Overall, this is a very hard, crushing, heavy song. Great guitar rhythms lead with some great percussion work as well. The vocals are very energetic and in your face at times. It's a good way to start off the album. The piano is utilized on this. The keyboards are very present within the mix. And again, it's a great way to kick off the album. So next up is Wisdom of Falling Leaves. They really utilize the strong piano work on this, the orchestral moments as well, making it feel quite epic and majestic at times. Overall, some great crushing riffs on this, and the songwriting is absolutely fantastic. It runs about 7 minutes, like the first song runs about close to 11 minutes. But yeah, there are some progressive elements on this, some odd time sequences and some really good guitar work. But overall, Wisdom of Fallen Leaves is another banger. Crumbling Pillars of a Tranquil Mind is next. And I've got to say that the crushing riffs are very simple and in your face, and it's a very fun song overall. The vocals have this great epic surprise to it. They really do. The vocals are very deep and growly at times, but it works overall. And Crumbling Pillars of a Tranquil Mind is just fantastic. Great guitar rhythms mixed with some strong percussion moments as well, with some odd time signatures, but it leads into such a great conclusion. Yes, the riffs can be quite repetitive. There are some odd bouncing guitar riffs on this, and it is a very good surprising moment for Fires in the Distance, since their songwriting is more sophisticated. This song is quite simple, but it works overall. It's just that riff, so damn good. These are the Drift Beneath the Listless Waves. This is a fantastic instrumental overall. It's quite progressive. At times it does sound a little bit like Dream Theater. It does have a progressive flavor to it. The guitar work is absolutely fantastic. The drumming is magnificent as well. And it's a great track from this album. Psalm of the Merciless. This is fantastic. The vocal work is just phenomenal on this. Guitar work is amazing. There's some great ripping guitar solos on this. Some doomier laden moments. But yeah, this does sound very similar to like Insomnium or even some doomier bands such as Draconian. The cool vocal work on this. The epic, majestic moments as well. The bombastic drumming you get. Psalm of the Merciless is just a banger. Leads on to Idiopathic Despair. Idiopathic Despair is a straight-on banger of a song and a great way to conclude the album. Some mix of the percussion mixed with the orchestral pieces as well. The string arrangement's absolutely fantastic. The piano work is present throughout this song and it just gives you just an uplifting feeling. Great guitar riffs on this and a great way to end off this album. And Not Meant For Us by Fires in the Distance is just terrific. It's a slow burner of an album, but my god, it goes incredibly fast. It really does. With some great moments, great elements of surprises, the unpredictable moments you are getting, even the beautiful orchestral arrangements, the string arrangements mixed with the lovely keyboard and piano moments as well that make things quite different to the melodic death metal genre. Overall, Fires in the Distance has some black metal flavors on this, but it's more of a melodic death metal album, and it's easily one of my favorite albums of this year. So Fires in the Distance and Not Meant For Us, I'm going to give this a solid 93%. A terrific album from start to finish with not many down moments. There's hardly any down moments. There's a lot of song simplicity throughout Crumbling Pillars of a Tranquil Mind, but my god, it's melodic and it's also catchy, and that riff is just terrific for what it is. So for And Not Meant For Us, Fires in the Distance, I'm going to give this a solid 93%. So yeah, that's it for Fires in the Distance and Not Meant For Us album review. Hope you guys did enjoy it. So join me next time as we're going to review another album that was released this month. So keep discussing in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought about Fires in the Distance and Not Meant For Us. And I will see you in the next one.